Alright guys, it's very important you definitely service the oil pump. I mean, if this thing is leaking inside or the valve is no good in here, we're going to check that also. This is just like the oil pump in an engine or water pump in the engine. If it ain't pumping, it ain't getting lubricated or it ain't cooling down. So definitely want to check this out. Take care of this. First thing you're going to do is you got 4 10mm bolts right on the cover. Let's get those bolts out of there. Okay, all 4 bolts are the same length, so you don't have to worry about getting them confused. Now you want to take your cover, you want to wiggle it back and forth while picking it up and pick it up completely. Now, pay attention. There's supposed to be a gasket right here. The gasket is not there because it's over here. So you want to make sure that this gasket is around it. And usually it's supposed to stay in there, but it's not. So you want to take that, put that to the side. Look at anything. It's lubricated in here, so that's good. That means it didn't run dry. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is you got your drive shaft and your vanes in here, your variable vanes in here. Just take the whole thing out as an assembly. Yeah, don't worry about those. They will come out. And the drive shaft. We're going to put all that together. And let's turn this over. Get the rest of them out of here. Oh, that bolt that you see, like, where the heck that bolt come from? That's the bolt, the mounting bolts for the pump. So you can actually take them out. Alright, let's get the rest of these out and then put them to the side. Alright guys, make sure you have 12 vanes. Put them to the side. You got less, it's inside there somewhere. Alright, put that to the side. The next thing we're going to do is remove this piece right here. And actually these are posts. So actually you can hold that center part in there and take that up just like that. Take note that, let me see on the other side. This side is flat and has a little dimple right there. So make sure that dimple is facing up to you. Let's put that to the side. The next thing we're going to do is now remove this section right here. Now if you look at this, you're going to see like little cutouts right there. No, that's not broken. That's just the way it is. Alright, let's put that to the side. Now there's supposed, oh, here it is. You're going to have this O-ring right here. Usually this O-ring will stay down in the bottom down there, and then you got to pick it out. But it stayed right here. Let's put that to the side. Alright, let me clean this up for a minute. Alright guys, the next thing you're going to do, this plug over here is a 10mm Allen socket. You're going to remove this plug right here because behind there is a spring and the flow control valve. Okay, that's that. There's the spring. Son of a biscuit. If you're having problems, like I am, ooh, wait a minute, I ain't liking what I'm looking at. I don't know if you can, if the lighting is good, you can see down in that hole.
Yeah.
Take you a pick, and you want to go down there and just like see if you can push that. Yeah, there it is. I just moved it, but looks like it ain't enough. This is not good. This is not good that it's doing this, because this thing should be going, it shouldn't be that stuck in there. And that could be the original issue with this transmission, that it wasn't it wasn't pumping. And actually there is an updated flow valve that goes in here, and we did get that. So I'm just gonna move it right there, and what I'm doing is going back and forth with it. And you can look at that. Look how scoring that is.
So is it messed up inside?
Wow. I don't know how good your lighting is inside, but the walls look pretty smooth.
Can't really.
You need lighting?
Yeah. I can see a little bit, but not enough to be able to tell that the walls are smooth.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. Alright guys, what we're gonna do is let's clean these parts up, clean everything up, and then I'm gonna get a light so you can actually see it yourself, and we're gonna reassemble all this. Alright? Alright guys, we are ready to assemble it somewhat. Now the first of all you do, guys, make sure you replace this flow control valve. For all we know, this thing was stuck. It was not letting any transmission fluid through the transmission, lubrication, and failed to lubricate those bearings, those ball bearings, and it just failed. So you definitely want to replace. Even if yours look good, I'm gonna replace it. Now your kit is gonna come. Your kit might. I think I might have ordered this separately from the kit because I wanted to be sure. So your new one is gonna look different, completely different. This is cool because the actual flow valve is actually inside. It's not dependent on out here. So that's pretty cool. Now, what we're gonna do now is just like we did on the sheave pulleys. Oh yeah. Here it is. We're gonna clean that out. So
we did that. Didn't we do that on the valve? The valve body.
Oh, the valve body. Yes, right. We did it on the valve body. All right. Grab your wire brush kit. Again, I'm gonna put a link in the description below to show you to get this kit. These kits are great, guys. You definitely want to use the nylon one. Don't use the metal one. Don't want to take a chance on anything. So let's see. We get one over here. Oh, we happen to be using the same one that we used over there. All right. Get your little your CVT transmission fluid. Hook that up. Now the tip of these things are metal, so that's why I'm going slow. And as soon as I feel that metal touch that housing, I stop. Don't force it in there. You don't want to damage this housing in any kind of way. And you saw how great that worked on the valve body. Alright, now I'm gonna take this outside, take some carburetor cleaner, and thoroughly clean that gunk out of there. Alright guys, we got it cleaned up. Let's grab our new control valve. Now this thing can come out this way, or it can just make sure that it is facing like this when you install it. Alright, you can't put this in the wrong way, or this lip won't let you go all the way down. So make sure you do it this way. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is take a little CVT fluid. Now you might be asking, Tim, can I use transmission fluid. If you gotta ask that question, that means you too cheap to go out and get you a quart of CVT fluid. That means you got no business doing this job.
But isn't CVT fluid transmission fluid?
It's different than regular transmission.
But
Well,
you didn't say regular transmission. You said
man.
transmission fluid.
God knows I love this woman. All right, lubricate the valve. Your valve should be able to go in with no problem. Just like that. Now, this is what's cool about this. It's not dependent on that. It's dependent on the other one. I got the fluid on there. So, oh, well, see, you see how easy that came out of there. It's dependent on the other one sliding. So we good with that. Push that down. Take your spring. Push your spring inside the center plunger. Just like that. Yeah, buddy. Next, find the screw that you lost. Get that. Put it on. All right, and then tighten that up. All right, guys. Now inside your transmission kit, you're going to get this little O-ring, the seal kit. Now here's the funny part, guys. Something happened there along the way. Whether somebody rebuilt this transmission before or whatever, I think somebody messed up. When we took this apart, we took out these two seals right here, right? There should have been a third. There should have been one on this center post right here, and it's in the kit, and it's in the instructions with the new control valve. I'm gonna throw them away before I messed up. So we need to do that. Now what you want to do is grab your goo. Grab your transmission goo. Not just CVT fluid. I need you to grab your goo. Open it up, and I'm gonna put a link in the description for this goo, man. This goo is great. Let's grab our little one first. Now there's gonna be one with a metal ring. You're not gonna use that one, but you're gonna use this size right here, and there's a bigger one in here. You're not going to use that, so you get the little one, coat it with some goo, or what you can do is put it around that post. I mean, this stuff will dissolve when the transmission runs, so you ain't got to worry about anything. Set that down. Make sure that's pushed down onto that post. Great. Now you want to do the same thing to the outside, where the outside one goes, the bigger one. I think I'll use too much. Nah, you can't use too much, so don't get scared. All right, grab your big O-ring. You can put a little bit around that. I said a little bit, right? Then you want to set this down, and that goes into it. There's like a little groove down there with a little cavity right there. It goes into there, so you want to make sure you push that down in there and make sure it's down all the way around. You gotta make sure, guys, it's down there. Alright, now let's move on. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is install our base plate. Now what I want you to do is, I don't have a marker in here, but you got these two cutouts on the base plate. One side is going to have a little locating mark, a little dimple. You see that, Civi?
Yeah.
Just pay attention to where that is, because you might not see it when you put it down in there. And that's all you want to do is set that down on to that post. Yeah, buddy. Man, oh, this gonna be good. Alright, set that down there and let's move on. Alright guys, we got our base plate down in there, and take notice of where your dot is and I know mine is right there. Reason why I'm doing this is because now we're going to install our sleeve. Your sleeve is going to have that alignment dot as well. You want to make sure that dot lines up with this dot. So make sure it's facing up. So it's going to go on just like that. Put it onto the post. Son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit.
Put it onto the post.
I'm trying. Alright. Lay it down onto the post. Push it down. The next thing you're going to do is take your drive shaft. Your drive shaft is going to look like this. Alright, now they're going to have a short end over here. You got this big gear right here and this short end. This short end goes down in that little opening right there. So you want to set that down, push it down. It goes into a bushing. So while it's down in that bushing right now, you want to make sure that thing spins freely. That is good. That bushing is a resemblance of like a pilot bearing on a clutch. Done. Next thing you're going to do is install your rotor. Very, very close attention, guys. If you look at your rotor on this side, of course it just looks like a rotor. You don't see nothing. But if you turn it around, it's going to have two alignment dots on it. Now you don't have to make sure the dots line up to this dot or anything and put up here. You want to make sure those dots are facing down, not up. You want to make sure they're facing down. Alright, so put that in there, drop it down. Yeah, buddy, check that out. The next thing we do is reach over here and grab your vanes. Now, what the heck are these for? Now, there is no different size to these. There's no different size. They can go in either way. What do these do? This is reference a circus or a fair gravitron. You know, when you spin, when you're inside and it keeps you up against the wall, you can't move. That's what these do. As this drive shaft spins, it's going to spin the rotor. The vanes are going to be in there like that. It's going to spin so fast that the vanes are going to come out and stay up against the edge. Now, right now, turning slow, it won't do it because it's not turning fast enough. It has to spin fast enough, and it's being that it's lubricated. It'll keep those vanes out up against and pump the oil throughout the transmission. So take your vanes, make sure you got 12 of them, and that's all you could do is just put them into the slots and lower them down. Alright, let's get the rest of them done. Alright, all our vanes are in there. The next thing you want to do is grab your goo. And that rhymes too. Take your goo, because what we're going to do now is install our seal up here. Now, you might not have to, you don't even have to use the goo if you don't want. You know, but this seal sets in there, and you want to make sure, see right now, it keeps coming out in some places, and you don't want that to happen when you go to put the cover on. So, what you do is take your goo, and now I don't want to come out, man. There it is. Take your goo and just go around the seal, and that's going to help it stay into place when you put that together. And just set that down. Make sure it's in the grooves. Perfect. Now, this is important, guys. On your top cover, there's two locating holes. That's going to be the go-on pins for the base plate. Now, here's how you're going to align this. Looking at you, just like that, the main hole, big hole on the top. Take this pin and make sure it's straight, diagonal, perpendicular, right to that hole right there. Let me just look at it for a minute. Just like that. This one is going to be off-center. It's not going to be lined up with that one. But you make sure that one is, okay? Once you get that, take your cover, bring your cover down slowly, and Just go line up on those pins. Push down just like that. Once you have that down, take your 4 10mm bolts and hand start all bolts so you can make sure that it's not cross-threaded. Alright, now guys, you're going to tighten up the 4 bolts. Now, when you tighten up the 4 bolts, tighten them up in a cross pattern. Go over here, like if you start with this one, go over to here, and then the other 2. These are tightened down to 19 foot-pounds.
Or 26 newton meters.
Or 26 newton meters. Yeah, buddy. Sylvia forgot to add the yeah, buddy to it. Alright, so let's get those 4 bolts tightened down. Alright guys, last but not least, you want to verify the pump is functioning. Take your hand and use the drive shaft part right here. You should be able to spin that. There should be a little tension on it. A slight tension at all, but not much at all. That is great, because if you go and you can't turn that, you messed up in there. You messed up big time. Alright? So guys, there you go. Our pump is now ready to be installed, and that is good idea that we rebuilt that, because this thing, I believe now, is what caused those bearings to go bad. This thing was definitely bad. Check that out. And that O-ring that they forgot to put inside, I don't know what the heck going on with that. So guys, if you have any comments or questions, be sure to post them in the comment section below, or you can email me direct to tim@astroautorepairs.com.